Hi everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni, and we are going to start using the papers from Penny's Autumn Garden Kit. Her website or whatever is called That's Just Penny, and I will link it below. I will also link her group below, and before I forget, I will be also linking Dear Julie's group below, because I'll be doing something that I will mention is her idea that I really love. Okay, so today we're going to do flips, all different kinds of flips. There's a few that I like to do, but especially for this particular journal, because it's a guided journal, this will give a lot of small spaces to write on. And one of the things that I really love about flips is that it makes it possible to expand how much writing space you have. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, and I don't know what to call most of these, you know, I've seen most of these in various places. I may have made some up, but I don't remember. And so I don't really know what to call them. If I made them up, it's probably like a what do you call it? You know, using somebody else's idea and just making a change to it. Anyway, so what we want to do is we want to tear some pieces. I've cut off the edges of these, so they're a little bit less than 8.5. They're probably, how wide are they? About 8 inches wide. Okay, so, and we're going by the width here, we're cutting down. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just, you know, making them various widths. They don't have to be the same or anything. I'm kind of following the line here. I'm using a ruler to tear it with. You could just tear it by hand if you want, or you can cut it, whatever you want. And I think I'm going to make 2 more. One of them I will set aside, because I'll probably just use 3 on this page. If there's enough for 3, there might just be room for 2. Okay. And I don't have this paper in any particular order. I mean, this paper is, but not these papers from the kit. I've just got them in there randomly. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold these, I think, so that I can fit 3 on here. Hopefully I'm going to fold it in 4ths. Okay, so that it'll unload itself that way. There we go. Okay, so, and I'll show you how this will work. Okay, so it'll be like this. Okay, and then you open it up like this and this and this. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't want this to be stark white like this, so I'm going to, I'm not sure I'm going to stamp it or just kind of distress it. So I'm going to do the, well, I'm thinking about that. I'm going to do the edges first, because I want all of this to be pretty well distressed. Okay, so it'll take a bit to do these. And each one of these, later on, I will go through and I'll add a particular writing prompt to it. And, you know, I'll show that in a video. And a lot just depends on who the journal's for. If you don't know who it's for, then, you know, you just do whatever you feel like. But, like I did one for a young teenage girl. And, you know, so the prompts that I did for her were age related. It's a great way to get someone started journaling. Oh, I also want to do the folds. Okay, and it's also good for anybody, really. Even people who journal a lot appreciate having a journal that has prompts in it, and that wouldn't be the one that they're going to use all the time. It's just you know, nice to have for here and there when you can't think of something to write about. Or what I've thought of doing would be to use one for a guest book, and whenever you have guests, let them choose wherever they want to write. Wouldn't that be fun? So they can choose, you know, something that they want to write about. I just think that would be like so cool to have. So somebody run with that idea. I haven't done it yet. I don't really have guests these days. I'm still kind of, I don't know, in mourning, I guess. Okay, so I think I am going to just go ahead and kind of muck this up a little bit with the distressing ink. And it's okay if it gets on the page some. That'll just add more character to the page. It'll probably actually end up being covered up anyway. But oh, and I need to distress the edges from the inside also. I'm just doing this really lightly over it because I don't want to end up with like a circle mark or something where I first put it down. I just want it to look dirty. I don't want it to look all freshly white. Okay, so I'm just going around the edges here and doing this, and unfortunately there's going to be quite a bit of that to do. I might just show you like one of each kind of flip that I'm using, and then just do the rest and show you after I put them in the book or something, because you don't need to watch me go through all of this for every one of them. Okay, so that's one, and I'm not sure if that's going to be the top one or not. Now, there's a couple ways that I could do this. I could put this on here like this, and it could have like a little tab coming down here. I could, because this fold doesn't come all the way down. That's always fun to do a little tab there too, or have something hanging down. So I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll see what we like. I'm gonna do this one. I think I'm gonna do this one just in thirds. I think I might actually do it vertically. We'll see. Okay, so like that would be cute. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of lace edging there. I might do that. We'll see. I really, really need to do some coffee dyeing because I don't have, see, like if I had coffee dyed lace right now, then that would be perfect for putting on there. I could maybe put some of that little satin ribbon that's really narrow. I think I have some of that out here that I could put on here. That would work. Or I could put some of Bill's yarn. There's a lot of different options for things that you can do. Or I might, see, I like that design a lot better, so I may just have that on the front, and then it's kind of a moot point. Okay, so I think that's all distressed, right? Okay, so then I want to distress the folds. And I love these because since they're, you know, they're folded, it makes a natural division so that if somebody wants to just write here, they can, and write another thing here and another thing here, or you've got a long thing that you can write more on, which is fun. It just gives you a lot of options for whatever you are in the mood for at the time. And the thing with a directed journal too is that people don't have to, you don't have to go through it in order. You can page through and say, oh yeah, I feel like writing about this today. And, you know, there's a prompt for it, so I'm going to write there. I usually also leave a few that I don't have prompts on, just so that, you know, like if you think of something that you want to write about and you want to do it in here, you can still do that. Or if you think of another prompt that you want to add to write about another time, you can do that too. And I'm not holding this real carefully because I don't care if it gets like, you know, bends and it feels kind of, you know, used. That's what we want. We don't want it to be all like it's brand new or something. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down there really, really lightly, just to add some color to it. And, you know, I have other colors too that would actually go really well with this. So on another one on the inside, I could do like blue and brown is really pretty, or blue or brown and pink is also really pretty. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to use this part as the outside because that's really nice. Okay, and we're going to be adding the prompt on here later, not right now. Okay, so this one, because I like this, I'm going to have it go this way, and then this one's going to go this way. Do we have, can we still add another? No, I don't really think so. Not unless it only flipped down this way. Yeah, I think we're just going to add these two. So we'll put them on top of each other. And we can, when we glue it on, we can leave an opening on the side and on the top for cards. So I'll probably move it down like that. Okay, and I'm not going to sew them because they're in the middle of the page. I don't want stitching there. So we'll decorate these more later, you know, when we put the prompts on, because then we'll know how much space we have for the prompts and, you know, what exactly is going on elsewhere and stuff. We may decorate them more, or we may just leave them like they are and just put the prompt on. Okay, so see how I only put the glue on 3 sides, and I was holding it on the side that I don't want to put the glue on. That's how I remember where to put the glue. I put that a little bit higher than I was intending to, but that's okay. We'll just have a small tag in there. Okay, and then I want this side to stay open to put a tag in that way, so I'm going to hold on to that side. That's how I remember which side I don't want to glue, otherwise it gets really confusing. I used to draw an arrow on the side that I didn't want to glue, and then I realized I could just hold that side. You know, make things difficult. Okay, there we go. So we've got our first page. I can't remember what time I started. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes already, so we can still do a few more. Okay, so that's our first page. Okay, and then I don't want to do one on the next page because I want to have a variety of things. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do for a flip up, flip down for a flip, let's do, you know, let's do a couple of Rita Donnelly flips. I really like those. Now for those, I'm going to use this paper that has something on the other side. So this will be what shows, and then when you open it up, that's what you write on. Okay, so we want this to be squared off. So how big do I want it to be? The pages are, what, like about 4 inches? So maybe 3 inches would be good. Well, I've got measurements right here, don't I? Okay, so let's tear it at 3 inches. 3 inches right there. And you know, you don't have to make the same measurements I do, but this will give you an idea. This is going to make at least 2. Now you want this to be square, okay? So, but it's going to be folded. So we can go ahead and fold the corners. We're going to fold it so that it goes right to the edge here, okay, and so that it's folded at the corner, right there, like that, okay, and then that's where we'll tear it. Oops, I kind of got a little bit there, but that's okay. Just gives it more of a worn look. Okay, then again, we're going to make another one by folding that way, and this isn't necessarily going to be the front of it, what shows. There might be more, yeah, see, like there's design here, so that's probably what I'll have show. Okay, and I'm putting my ruler right over the edge of the triangle, and I'm tearing right along that. So we've got 2 Rita Donnelly flips. I'm not going to use this edge because it got some ink on it. I'm going to fold this that way, and there we go. And I'll save this. That's a really nice piece, so I'm going to save that for something. Don't know what, but we'll save it. If nothing else, it'll be used for Franken paper. Okay, I want to crease them really, really nicely, and then I'm going to distress them. Now I don't have to put ink on the inside, you know, all over it, because I've got that pinkish brown there. Okay, so I think this is going to be, well, that's nice. I like this. This is going to be the front. Okay, so I'm distressing the top edge, the fold, because the fold, you know, would get all yellow and stuff if it was being, you know, used. I'm distressing around the edge. I don't have to distress the back because that's going to be glued down. You're not going to see it. But I will distress the inside fold and inside around the edges, because this will open up so that we see all of this. And this is kind of cool right here, how it's torn, and also this part that's torn with that white, because that will really take the ink nicely. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so we've got all the way around the edges, and I especially get the corners, and then I'm going to turn it back on itself so that I can distress that fold there. It'll look really nice when I'll show you. So see that? So that looks really worn that way. Okay, and I think this is the way that we wanted it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do the same thing with this one. What side do we want? Do we like that or this? I think I like this actually. Okay, that wasn't the one I had chosen when I was tearing it, but that's okay. I'm a woman. I have the prerogative to change my mind, right? You know, you don't hear that as much anymore, that, you know, being indecisive is a woman's prerogative, but it is. All right. And the crease, and then around the edges. And again, these will have prompts on them to give the owner an idea of something to write about. And see how I've folded this? It's going to get more ink on the other side possibly too, so, which is great. The more ink the better, right? This has a nice torn edge too. Really like that. Okay, so I think we decided this way, right? Yeah. Okay, and then one more to go. And then we'll find the pages that we're going to put these onto, because I don't know yet. I love this kit. I love the colors in it. I'm not sure if it's like from wallpaper or fabrics or what, but it's very, very pretty. Oh, this is the side I want. I just distressed the wrong part. Sorry. Okay, and see how like the ink came in like that? That's great. That's fine, because if you look at really old pages, that's how it is. It's not like even all the way around the edge. And the corners are really colored on old pages. So you want to, because you know, that's where people have touched them. That's where the oil from their hands gets on it. Oh, and we need to do the inside. Okay, and then around the edges really quickly. Like that. All right, and we open it up and it's like that. Okay, so we're going to glue those in. Sometimes I stitch them, but yeah, I think today I'm going to glue it. Okay, so we're going to look for the right pages. We have 3 of them, so, you know, they're not going to be even in the front and back, but that's totally fine. There's no reason that they have to be. Okay, this is, it's the Christmas page. How did that get in the front? Okay, so this should be this way. Okay, because we want the Christmas page toward the back. All right. So we've got those flips there. We could do one here. Would be fine. Let's do that. That's a good page to put that on. Okay, so this top is not going to be glued because you can use it to stick something into. It's kind of like a pocket or a tuck, and then you'll be able to flip this open. So we're just going to glue along here and here. Okay, so I'm holding the top to remind myself not to glue there, even though I know what it is. Sometimes when I get talking like this, I forget. Okay, so we've glued all along there. Right, you can see that. Okay, and then we'll put it right up to the edge of the corner. If I've got lace on here, sometimes I put it over the lace, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on the lace and a lot of things. If I haven't sewn right up to it, sometimes I'll tuck it a little bit under, but I want to make sure that this can flip out still. Okay, so that gives us a nice flip, and there's a place there to put a card. Ooh, that might be kind of nice on this, actually. Should we do that, or like this? Maybe not on the side that opens, though. I'm not sure. I don't want to do it here because I've got that opening here. But I don't want to do it here because I'm afraid that it'll get caught up in the binding. I guess I could move it in a little bit so that it's not right at the edge. Yeah, let's do that. I like that on the bag. Okay, so I'm going to do my glue. Never would have thought of putting that on the bag before. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and I didn't do it right up to the fold because I don't want to get it caught in the binding. And when I bind it, I will flip this open, hopefully. Remember to flip it open while I'm doing the binding so it doesn't get stuck. Okay, so now we want something that's going to be in the back half. And we can always do more Rita Donnelly flips too if we want to. But I just want to make sure I get a few in first. Okay, so what direction does this go? This is this way or this way? Which side did I distress? I guess I distressed this side. Okay, so this is going to go, it can go either way, that or that. It's kind of nice with this, isn't it? On the other hand, I think I like it on this side. Okay, so we're going to do our glue here. Okay, glue it in right up to the edge. Okay, so we've got 3 Rita Donnelly flips, 3 Rita Donnelly flips. Okay, and we've got 2 of these that open up. Oh, I did these both up and down. One was supposed to be vertical. That's okay. That's okay. So that's funny. I'll have to do a vertical one on a different page. That's really funny. Okay, so yeah, so I have something different that I need to do. All right, well, that's going to be it for today because there's not enough time to do some more flips, but we'll do some more flips in the next video. So I won't be linking Dear Julie Julie on this one because I didn't do the Dear Julie Julie flips here. All right, I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.